I'm in a very video making mood today because I have a week off from school. Although I do have to come in for Friday for for a AP Science midterm, but that's not important. But this week I want to kind of do sort of an anime vlog type predictions type thing. Because there's a lot of shit. There's quite a bit of shit going on with manga this week. Because all the chapters I've read have been epic, or was really shit, then became epic, and it kind of got me thinking about the future of some of these dudes. So, 3 manga for today. Medaka box, I want to talk about that. Fairy Tail, or more specifically, Minerva, and Toriko. So let's go with Toriko. Alright, so Toriko has been really, really slow for a while. I have been falling they did this whole weekly place of the month, place of the week thing with Toriko. And when he was going collecting food for the Eho Maki, and then it just got really sort of boring, and then we were just going to different places, and I'm waiting for the fighting arcs. And this week really delivered. I mean, no, these aren't necessarily reviews, but I'm just talking about them. But this week really I was like, oh my god, it's so awesome. This whole war shit is going down on Toriko. We're seeing everything that you could possibly want awesome happening right now. Now, some people are talking about, I'm not sure, what the fuck is that? We're talking about how they want to see Komatsu, working his way up, and I was just like, fuck no. No, I don't want to see that. I mean, honestly, it's I don't want to see Komatsu as a fighting character. Honestly, I barely even want Toriko to take him to the, I was about to say New World, Gourmet World, because Komatsu, while he is one of the more useful sidekicks in anime, because we have some really he's an extra useful Krillin, past Krillin level's usefulness in terms of sidekickness, yeah. But it's really, I really didn't want to see that. But right now, we're getting to the good shit. It's I can't wait to see, after this video, I should go see if King Lightning has put up his video for this week for Toriko, because I'm sure he's going to be yo all over the place. I'm sorry if that's offensive, but yeah, it's awesome shit's happening. In terms of Toriko, I don't really think about where the story's going to go, because Toriko's one of those ones you just I want to see you fighting people. I want to see you fight, boy. And next is, that's basically Fairy Tail. Next is Fairy Tail, and this chapter was almost flat out horseshit. I mean, it was no, it was horseshit until Minerva saved the entire thing. It saved the entire chapter. So, quick synopsis of the chapter. Eric's all that blood we saw squirting, it was just a little cut in her arm, maybe this big, this thick, this long. I'm just that's shit. And she blocks with her, I can't die. I'm alive because of him. I'm alive because of all my friends. Giving this whole friendship, and then she one slashes me, Conqueror. I was just fuck. I was about to drop it. I was about to drop Fairy Tail right there. I was about to not read another fucking page. I really was. But I kept reading. And then they pull this enormous amounts of horse shit. I mean, Hero, what the fuck were you thinking? This is just horrible, right? I swear to God. It's So apparently, Erza and Kagura are from the same village as kids. And she saved her life when she was a kid. Oh, that was just horrible. That was flat out plot convenience, plot device, plot convenience, whatever you call it, right out the. It's like he had to fist himself in the ass to drag out some of the shit. Oh my god. Ass pulls up the. But then. Oh no. Hero decided to do something fun. He decided to be good for a second. It was like, you thought this shit was gonna happen? You thought this shit was? You thought we were gonna do this shit? Dude, it's fair. And not my. Kagura's all like, I guess I really lost you, Erz. Right here. And then Minerva, oh my god, this bitch. This amazing, godly bitch just stabs her. Stabs her. I was like, oh, you just saved your ass, hero. You just saved your ass. Because I was... Now, it's not enough to save... Minerva may be able to save this arc, but this one little stab was not enough to save her arc, but it saved this entire chapter. I swear to God, it really did. And Ares was all pissed off and like, I told you, I was going to show you how a king fights. You may have won your little fight, but I get the points. But I get the points. I was like, you beautiful, beautiful woman. Oh my god. That was fucking amazing. And if you're wondering my thoughts on this overall arc, it's been shit. From start to finish, literally. But if you're wondering the reason I was talking about this arc in general, it's because moving on to number 3, Medaka box. Yeah, this chapter, I feel like the author almost wrote himself into a corner. I really, really, really did. Because, okay, here's the thing. Medaka is either dead. She's either dead or alive by a thread. Now, the alive by a thread I don't mind. But if she is dead, no. Let me put this. I think there's a 90% chance that I am going to be. There's a 90% chance that I am not going to like the resolution to this chapter in Medaka box because how do I? Alright, let's go with the options. There's two ways this Medaka is going to, get out of this. 1, she dies, and 2, she lives. And now there's no in between here, so you can't be not dead, not alive. So there's no third option here. So here are my thoughts. I think there's 3 possibilities for her being alive. 1, she's hanging on by a thread. 2, she has one of those unshitten visions when she's dying and or dead, like Kumagana's and Kichi had, and unshitten does something. But that also goes to number 3, which is some bullshit. Yeah, some bullshit. And I feel like if Medaka comes back to life, there's a very high percentage that it's gonna be on some bullshit. Some really stinky bullshit. And if you're wondering why I think that, it's like if you're wondering, well, why can't Anshin just revive Medaka? The damage Ihiko does cannot be undone from the world. So and the reason Anshinin could not beat Ihiko was because he's immune to skills. So you see where this is kind of going, and it's like I dabbled with the idea that like she could use some sort of all fiction thing, and had some kind of all fiction thing, and had and use like the excuse like, oh, it wasn't the damage that Ihiko dealt to her, it was the damage that Ihiko it was her own damage that she tried to inflict on Ihiko. And I thought about that, and I think it could have been a real thing, but here's my thought. If you guys read Hunter x Hunter, you remember at the not at the apex of the arc, like close to the end, where he's fighting is his name Laser or Razor? Because the translations for like L's and R's piss me off. But I think it's Laser. Or is it Razor? Fuck! Laser, let's go with Laser. When Gon hit the ball for the last time, it hit, and it spoop. When it hit him straight, he reflected it back. And so it's kind of that sort. It's kind of parallel to that. It's like if since it's his force, if it missed Gon, then Gon if it missed Gon, it counts as his out. But if we were using that same, if you apply the same logic to Medaka box and say it was her force, then when Gon hit the ball, it should count as as Gon's out, and that's just like unfair. It's like I honestly would call that bullshit, honestly, because like no, that's almost annoying and a bad example, but you kind of see where I'm going with this. It's like if you throw a ball and you hit the ball with a steel bat, that's not his force going sending it that way. It's your force. That's a better example. And so if she's dead, now moving on to if she's dead thoughts. If Medaka is dead, then the only person who can step up and be the main character is obviously Zenkichi. Because remember, in the whole Not Equal, like I'm talking about this in my review, and I want to expand on these thoughts. In the whole Not Equal arc, the whole thing was she wanted to do a main character swap, which she essentially did. But if this is going to be a main character swap, it is entirely the wrong time, because Zenkichi missed his opportunity to be amazing, basically. Because look at the last two arcs. Zenkichi finally arrives. He has a crap fight where he gets his ass handed to him almost, and the only thing is like 28 blade sword, no cavities. That was so funny. That was the funniest shit ever. But oh shit! I remember where I am now. But the thing was, like, the moment he arrived where Medaka is, what happened? Stabbed in the stomach. Gets sealed away in a card. Then in the unknown Shiranui arc, they had like a team fight. Then they moved on to Ihiko, where everyone just gets fixed because it's fucking Ihiko. And then when he's trying to kill Shiranui, what happens? Kumigawa erased from existence. I mean, it's like, if that isn't abusing your character, it's like sealing away in some kind of car, like he's Yukimoto's grandpa. Then just erasing him from existence. I don't know what else to call that but character abuse. I really, really don't. So yeah, I don't see a way for Niso to really write him out of his corner. Maybe I missed something, but Niso is probably one of my favorite authors, so I'm confident he's going to do it. But right now, I'm filled with doubts. I'm just filled to the brim with doubts. And if he does pull this off without me managing to hate it, and pulls it off in a way that I feel like, oh my god. I might be able to confidently say that he's probably my favorite mangaka out of all the mangakas which I've seen, which is like quite a few. But if he doesn't, I'm just gonna like, then what was the point of this chapter? What was the point? Because it's like, he built up to this. He built up to this character death for Medaka all the way since the since the beginning of the Jet Black wedding arc. Because remember, Professor Surubami's entire plan. Wait, is Surubami even his last name? Yeah. Yeah, Professor Surubami's whole plan was to have her to go through that so it can become a psychological expert to get rid of Shiranui, so that all this would happen. So Medaka could so he can get his hands on Shiranui because he like her. You know his motivations. Gah. But and that was his entire plan. So this whole thing was planned out. And the thing now is Professor Surubami just got cut in half by a foot. And now Medaka's apparently dead. So it's kinda like, what were the it almost makes you seem like, what was the entire point of the last 2 arcs? And 2 arcs is my limit, because like I try to get everything like 2-3 arcs. Fairy Tail. Meow, motherfucker, meow, meow. I try to get everything like at least 3 arcs. I've been really considering dropping Fairy Tail last night, because not the Edo Lost arc, the one after that. The S-Class Mage arc was shit. And then came Tenmyo-chan, same thing. And then came this arc, and I'm like, God damn, I want to drop this shit so bad. Like, this has probably been the worst arc I have ever read in the history of ever. It really, 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 really has. Horrible. Just plain horrible. And the thing about it is that it bugs the living crap. It bugs the living crap out of me, because I want Fairy Tail to get better. Like, I did another video this. Like, you want this to get better, but if it's not, I have to drop it. And I have said to myself, I'm going to drop this multiple times, but I haven't, mostly because Erza. But Hero has a lot of really interesting side characters. So I'm going to hope Niso can turn this around. I'm going to hope Hero can turn this around, even though he worked on another manga, which means the rest of Fairy Tail is probably going to be shit. So, oh yeah, the question: does anybody actually know what the other manga's gonna be fucking about? Because it better be pretty damn good. It's gonna be pretty sad if he makes another manga and turns it to be a flop. And he ruined his much more popular series for just a piece of crap. But whatever. 18 minutes. Both our lives done. Tell me what you thought about these chapters. And shit goes down. I'm going to go back to getting my ass kicked at Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, because that game is a biatch. It's a biatch. It really, 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 oh my god. But whatever. I still have to finish Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, but I'm pretty sure I'm almost done with it, because I just killed not the Pain, but the Fury. I just killed the Fury, which was really fucking easy, by the way. Metal Gear Solid bosses are not good. Like, even the end, or the end, it was kind of just, like, that wasn't really all that hard. I'm like, people were going on about, like, this fight can take you up to an hour. It's like it took me 10 minutes. Like, am I playing on the wrong difficulty? I'm playing on normal, so I'm like, am I playing on the wrong difficulty? Because like in the first part, I'm just like sneaking around, like listening for his breath. I was like, I find it like, what? Boom, 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 and like, I'm just barely over the hill, so he can't hit me. He starts hitting the ground. I'm like, okay, and then you just look for the gun muzzle flash. I'm like, bang, bang, bang. But whatever. I'm off topic. This video's done. Bye. Say bye, kitty. Well, fuck you too. Probably shouldn't say that. The internet loves cats. The internet might as well be 50% cats and 50% porn. But whatever, people. That is it. I just wasted another 2 minutes of your lives, so goodbye.